All right, folks, how y'all doing? All right, I got to make a bone nut for my banjo, that gourd banjo that I'm working on. So I'm gonna use this old piece of deer horn that I had laying around. This was pretty old. It's been laying back there in the shed for a while. So I'm still gonna stick with the old hand tools on this project. And I'm still using this hand saw. We're gonna see how aggravating that is to saw through this thing with it. But if you're trying to make a bone nut, and if you ain't never made one before, what you want to get is, if you got old deer horn, you can see how the middle of it's real porous. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It's real porous in the middle, so you want to cut it in half, find you one of the thicker sides to work with. So that's the way I'm gonna try to do it. Just kind of split it down the middle if I can. This saw's a little bit big teeth wise. If I can ever get it started. Now you can take this thing out there with a bandsaw, do it no problem. But this little project I've been working on here, this gourd banjo, using simple hand tools, trying to stick to the hand tools. Boy, that's a loud ass jet up there, ain't it? I'll go ahead and try to get this going so y'all can see my approach to it. Ideally, I should have this in a vise again. That'd be something out at the shed, but I'm trying to do this the simplest way that anybody could do with just a couple of tools. They ain't even use no clamp or nothing so far. Just the very simplest, least amount of tools that I can get by with. So I'm assuming, you know, if somebody was trying to do this, make one of these gourd banjos that didn't have any tools or no kind of shop or nothing like that, what you could do, basically I've done most of it sitting right here on the front porch, as y'all have seen it. Now a clamp would make this a heck of a lot easier, just a simple C-clamp, and I might have to go get one before it's over with, or go out to the shop and put it in a vise, but I'm going to try to just do it by hand, go nice and slow. Usually if you don't get no big rush, you can saw right through it. And I gotta split this thing in half. I done looked at this piece and saw that it was long though. Just this little tine right here. So I'm gonna just try to split that joker in half. We'll go from there. Might have to go get a C-clamp at least. It's pretty hard to hold this thing and do it. And there ain't no reason to make something harder on yourself to make it easier. Alright then, I'm gonna go get that C-clamp. I'll be right back. Alright, I got this C-clamp on here now. Get this thing clamped on the old chair arm here. I'm gonna try to, oh yeah, that's a lot easier. Just keep easing along here. It's moving on me a little bit. This way you get your exercise in there. It's getting on down there. Ought to be enough when I split this thing off. Might make 2 of them out of it. One at first is going to be kind of thin off the bottom, but it's probably enough. I can make one off that bottom piece and the top piece. I'll show y'all what I mean when I get it cut off. That little sliver right there, you could make one out of that. I don't know for sure. It's pretty thin. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this piece off, start working it down. Or I could leave it on for now and work it down. It'd give me more to hold to. I might work it down some right here on the chair. I believe I will. Just using the old wood rasp, same one I've been using on everything else. Start working this thing down flat. Works pretty good, pretty quick. Anyway, y'all get the idea. I'm gonna stop the video and come back when I get a little more done so I don't waste as much film. Alright, now I got this thing whittled down a pretty good bit. So now I'll show y'all a little trick. It still looks like it's got a little bit more of that porous part in there. I didn't quite get all that out. That's alright. Here's another trick that you can do on these nuts using a little super glue. I can't get the end off of that darn thing, so take the whole thing off, I guess. Add your little super glue, and this works for refilling, you know, redoing the holes in a nut. Well, this tube may be out. No, it ain't out. God, I got plenty of it now. Just really, I'm gonna try to fill that thing up. Anyway. If you got a nut that slots are too deep in it, you can fill them with super glue like this. It works great. I've done it 1,000,000 times, never had any problem with it. The trick is to speed it up so you ain't gotta wait all day. Get your little baking soda, sprinkle that on there. and it'll harden that super glue instantly. Works real good. You gotta stand around and wait for it all day, or you can stand around and wait on it, whatever you like to do. You know. I'm just feeling a little, anything that's porous in this, kind of sealing it up, so to speak. This joker will be hard now. That super glue is some hard stuff. You can feel wood with it. Has some kind of chemical reaction when it hits super glue. It instantly hardens. So anyway, now I'll work on that some more with my file and some sandpaper. Maybe my knife. The way I got this down a good bit of the way was whittling it with my knife. But I'll work on it with some sandpaper now a little bit, I believe. And then I'll come back to y'all and show y'all some more. Alright folks, now I about got this nut worked down. You can see how I kind of give it a little shake. You can hear it. It likes tearing up watermelons. Anyway, see how I got that little rounded off shape to it. Square on two sides and round on the other one. Now all I gotta do is put it on the banjo and put the slots for my strings. Make some little minor adjustments to it. I may try to put some of that stain on it to make it a dark color and see what that looks like. That's pretty much how you make a bone nut. See y'all next time. Alright, I've got that nut on there now. Now I just got a file of slots in it. I got it pretty low and fit in there pretty good. Looks pretty good. Now I'm going to try a little experiment. And by the way I got that thing filed down was just using plain old file. Same old rasp I've been using. This little sandpaper and my old pocket knife. So anyhow, I'm gonna see if that bone will take stain. I ain't never tried that before. By the way, this is a stain that I've been using on this thing. Men wax wood finish. A little water on there. It's rained like crazy last night. It hadn't rained for a while, and then last night, man, it rained. It blew water all over the place up here. Anyhow, let me shake this up a little. Just keep slinging water all over the place. Try not to make too big of a mess. I don't want to have to get no gloves and all that. So I'm just going to get a little tiny bit on a piece of paper towel. It won't take but a drop to see if it's going to do anything or not. I got two pieces. Got one to put it on, one to wipe it off. So let's see what it'll do. Get a little drop of it on there. Put some more on here while I got it out. And this is the same kind I put on this head. You know, smear a little more on. I like the way it came out. Darken up a few little spots here and there. Looks like there's a male, so Go get that. Well, usually they pull up in here or something to deliver, but don't look like they had nothing today, so. Wipe off the extra. Pretty cool on that. Now let's see what it did up here. I wiped off his headstock. Yeah, it kind of stained it a little bit. I like the looks of that. Give it a little more antique look. Yeah, I like it. That'll work. Kind of blends it in with the rest of the instrument. Alright. Might should have got this a little tighter. It's pretty tight. I didn't want to get it too tight. I'd seen some videos of some other people making these things and having it break the gourd, so took it a little easy on it. That looks pretty cool. And it'll be alright there. Now all I got left to do on this thing is make a tail piece, I guess you'd call it. And I believe I'm gonna make that out of a piece of leather, a bridge, and drill holes in this joker, string it up and see what it'll do. Cut the grooves in there. I'll have to do that. But anyway, it's inching along. There's the old slave out there on the old plantation. All right then. Need to get some clear coat put over that. I ran out the other day. I put a little bit over it, but then I done some touch-up stuff, and I need to put another coat on there. All right, folks, have a good one.